Dave, it looks like by the end of this summer, the 737 MAX will be okayed to fly again.
Yeah.
You know, Boeing says it's fixed the problem that killed 345 people in 2 crashes. FAA is testing the plane, will probably sign off on it, and it'll be up in the air again. And I'm thinking, do I want to fly in a 737 MAX? I think probably, but I'll be a little nervous. What do you think?
Well, neither Boeing nor the FAA covered itself in glory in the initial approval process. Boeing said that should have made a warning signal standard, and they didn't. So it wasn't on all the planes. It would have told pilots when something's going wrong with this software system. The FAA, according to whistleblowers, kind of shortcut some of the approval process. Boeing kind of stinted on some of the pilot training that might have made pilots better equipped to handle these new planes. Lots of problems have come to light, and we need to be sure that they're all fixed before it gets back in the air.
Here we have a software which repeatedly pushed the plane down toward the ground.
Yeah.
And they didn't realize how dangerous it was. They didn't see the problem it could cause if one sensor was off
until it was too late.
And you naturally wonder, what other mistakes have they made? The FAA passed it with this mistake. Have they checked everything? Is this plane safe? Boeing has a problem convincing people like me, convincing the flying public, that they ought to be on this plane again.
Yeah, they also have a problem convincing the airlines. I mean, they've got something like 3,000 orders for this plane. It's their biggest seller. It's roughly 3% of the U.S. fleet, so it's a significant revenue thing for them. It's costing them about $1 billion every month that it's grounded, and it'll be 5 or 6 months before it gets back in the air. They've really got to sell the airlines and the pilots on this safety.
Well, they sold British Airways. British Airways just ordered 200 of these things. So Boeing, at least among the airlines, still has some faith. I'm wondering what St. Louis has in this. We have 15,000 people that work for Boeing. The vast majority of them on defense contracts, although you have some who are working on the 777, the bigger, wide-bodied airliner that Boeing is upgrading. I don't see any effect on them now, but
no direct effect on the jobs in St. Louis. But Boeing's financial condition is a concern. I mean, going into this, Boeing had plenty of cash. There's really no worries that they're going to be injured by this. The stock is down about 12% since the second crash, which is concerning, but not going to injure them critically.
They're not under a critical strain now.
No.
The danger to our employees here in St. Louis would come if they got a real financial squeeze, and they had to just start cutting wherever they could. And sometimes companies that are in a squeeze cut dumbly. Looks like they're going to avoid that. I don't see it on the horizon.
Certainly, if they get the plane back in the air, late summer, September timeframe, which is what some people are predicting. They'll be fine. It'll cost them, billions of dollars this episode, and you'll see the lawsuits and everything else that they'll have to settle. But the company will probably weather it.